Hey everybody, I've got a few recent purchases from eBay I wanted to share with you guys. One, unfortunately, is a negative type of thing, and I didn't want to get on here and just do that, so I have three positives. But the one that is negative, I do want to warn you about. I'm going to save that one for last. This is the second time I've purchased this particular product off of eBay from this seller, and I use this quite often, and it's the Rust Deep Shine Oil. This stuff is very expensive. The first time I ever bought it, I got it from TJ Maxx, and I don't remember how much it was. The 4-ounce bottle sells for $30. Not sure how much salons sell it for, but I got this on eBay. This is my second time ordering from them, and I can vouch for it. They sent it in a box. It's not damaged or anything. $14.50. And I love this stuff in my hair. And so yeah, just wanted to, I'm going to link all 4 of these eBayers down below. So if you're somebody that uses this or you want to try it or whatever, it's great. I guess this 4-ounce would last me, this is my favorite. Well, this and macadamia oil are kind of close together. So I don't know. And I usually have them both as far as like a drop oil, not an oil spray. And I'll show you. It's just the open it. I haven't quite finished my other one. I've got just a little bit left in my other bottle, but it's this size, so it's the oil, not the spray. I don't think Russ makes a spray oil, but $14.50, and the link will be below where you can buy that. If any of you have, I mentioned it before in a video about the Molecule 01, and it's Molecule 01. It's the cedarwood type of fragrance that's supposed to be like a pheromone. I'm not crazy about that one. There are some eBayers that do sell that are pretty good, because at one time I was into it, and then when I saw somebody on eBay selling it for a really lower price than the original, I jumped on it. But when Molecule 04 came out, it was a sandalwood, and you can't smell these. So I bought, that's the only 2 I have. It's this is the Molecule 04, and the reason I'm stressing that is because Molecule makes an Essentials 04 as well, and they're different. But this is, can't remember how much I paid for this. Now, the 01 comes in a larger bottle than this. I wasn't really expecting that. That was error on my part. And it was rather expensive, and I really like it because I love sandalwood. If you like Samsara, just any of the Tom Ford like sandalwood type fragrances, what about Amber, Absolute, Santal Blush is probably my favorite one from Tom Ford. But anyway, there is a seller on eBay. I'm gonna hope I'm saying this right, because I've never heard it pronounced. Javanol, Javanol, and he does the 2-ounce bottles. I'm gonna say, it says on the bottle, because I really don't know if this is 1 or 2 ounces on the Molecules Essential. You would think I would know, but anyway. Okay, so anyway, this is 2. He sells a 2-ounce, a 4-ounce, and I'm not sure if he sells a bigger one, but it is a fraction of the cost. Javanol is a molecule in itself. It's a sandalwood molecule. And that is what is in here. And these smell identical. And I want to say this is close to $100. And I want to say this, with shipping and everything, was under $20. And maybe they're both 2-ounce bottles. It's hard for me to tell when something's round and something's square. Anyway, so if anybody out there likes Molecule 04, try the seller that I'm going to list below. I don't trust all of them. There's a lot of them that make it, and there's a couple that make it. I did order one that made it was a little cheaper after I had ordered this the first time. Not worth it. It was only like $5 cheaper, and it didn't smell like the real thing, the real molecule, and it was very light. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad enough to throw in the trash like the bad thing I'm going to show you, but it was It wasn't that one. So the guy that I've got linked down below, or the store I've got linked down below, is where you would want to go for that. And the American Cream from Lush, the dupe, I'm going to have that linked down below as well. I have the conditioner. And so that's all I had to go on, because they released it 1 year in a perfume, but they only did it that 1 year, just like they did with the Snow Fairy. So that's all I have to go on. But I did order from another person, just like I did the Javanal, and that was terrible. And I believe I mentioned that in a video. And so this one, I'm going to link down below so you guys can look and see the prices and the different sizes and all that. She's great. I've ordered from this person twice, and this person twice, and this person twice. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is, well, I'm going to put the link down below so you can go on there and you can see how they're advertising it. And this person was the first time I've ordered from them. So, I don't know how many of you remember from back in the day, Tatiana, Diane von Furstenberg. I always mess that up when I say that. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, years ago, and it's not anything that was ever expensive. You could actually buy this in some of the lower priced stores for $10 at one time, but it was cutesy and it was clean. And when I saw this on eBay, I don't know what I was looking at, and it popped up. It just popped up, and then I went and I read reviews. I remember the fragrance. I totally remember the fragrance, and a lot of you might, just the bright, crisp, clean fragrance. And so I went on, I always do, Fragrantica, and looked at the reviews and everything, and I thought, why not? Well, I do realize that perfume goes bad. I do realize this is no longer made. But I've bought perfumes like that before. If they're stored properly, they could possibly still be fine. I have perfumes that are stored properly that are ages old, that have not turned. And I mean, one note in there can slightly turn, and I'll be able to tell. This is rancid. This was sold as brand new. It was $30, and when you used to be able to buy it in the store for $10, which I understand, when items are discontinued, they go for, a small gold mine on eBay. But this was ridiculous, what I got and the response that I got back. I'm gonna send it back, but I did tell her I was gonna do a video first, so I will link her down below. I would not suggest buying anything from her because a lot of her stuff is vintage. And so I get it. Now, just like this, not wrapped in anything. And brand new in a box. And I saw on there when I was looking for the link a while ago where she sold 39. So I don't know how many more she has. But I'm going to tell you what she said also. Okay, brand new in the box. Not used, not gently used, not half used, not anything like that. And this is what I got. Okay, now I realize I've sprayed it once. That's all it took for me, okay? This stuff stinks. It is probably the true Tatiana, but it's Tatiana from 20 years old that was left out in the hot sun and smells nasty. Like nothing. I mean, nasty. Like I wouldn't even spray it again for a second whiff just to make sure. Matter of fact, because I wasn't getting ready to go to bed and take a shower, I just got in from work. I had to go in there and spray a bunch of stuff on over it because after 5 minutes, I couldn't smell it. I couldn't stand the smell of it anymore. So, okay. So first, let's take a look at how much is gone. That's not evaporation. It might be evaporation over 100 years for something that was new and unopened, but not in a box, kept in. And you can, I don't know if you remember, but Tatiana was clear. This is dark in color. All right, let's look at the bottle, how the writing is. And I didn't do this. I just got this 12, 14 hours ago. Sprayed it once. And the lid. So the bottle itself has not been kept in the box, or it would not look like this. I mean, I have caps that don't look like this, that are probably this old and haven't been kept in a box, and they don't look like this. This was obviously used, and obviously it smelled bad, and they knew it if they used it. So I don't know what's going on, but I can send it back. And when I sent a message back, I was like, this is rancid. it's turned. It turned a long time ago. It's not a little bit off. It's way off. It's horrible. I do think it is the real perfume, but it's terrible. And I said, and there's no way that this is new, and there's no way this wasn't used. And I took a picture of it. And when I went back to her listing, you can see where the volume's down. That should have, you know, I'm learning, okay? Let's just put it that way. But her response was, it has not been used. It showed discoloration, obvious discoloration in the picture. Now the link's below, so you can go look at it for yourself. Unless she'll probably change it now as used or something, since I told her I was going to make a video. And that, which I've got it. I think I snapped it anyway. Brand new, unused, vintage, you know, blah, blah, blah. The description was fine. Everything was fine. And then she goes on to tell me she has had no one complain. And I'm like, okay, so if you mean to tell me what she told me was no one had complained about my bottle and sent it back to her. That's all that tells me. That does not tell me that her 39 other bottles smelled like mine. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm going to send her. I thought about that this morning. I think I'm going to send that back to her too. She's got all these people that she's already sent my bottle of perfume to, and they wrote a good review on it and sent it back to her. That's what she's telling me, because all of these other bottles that she sold could have smelled wonderful, and mine may have just been out in the sun for 100 years. That's how bad it smells. And she's never had anybody complain, as I can see from her great feedback. No one has said anything about it. I was the only one. Well, listen, this girl knows stank when I smell stank, okay? And I'm going to list her down below, because I would be very leery of buying from anyone that sold something, because I said, who in their right mind would buy something that smelled, a brown liquid that smelled this bad, and write a good review about it? So obviously they didn't get what I get, or they don't know what Tatiana smells like. Even if you did not know what Tatiana smelled like, okay, there's no way you would spray one spray of this on you and you'd be running to the shower. I mean, there's just no way. Now, I do know what it smells like, and it's horrible. So, you know, and I really doubt somebody paid $30 for something that smelled this bad. The only other thing I can think of is that there's somebody that just likes vintage bottles, and that this was like something they wanted to sit up, you know, to remember their childhood from. That's the only reason somebody would give this a good review. Or if they've never smelled it and they like that real cheap, distorted, rancid perfume smell. That's all it can be. So her response back to me basically was saying that she did not lie, but yet she put it as vintage. It doesn't matter how vintage it is. If it's been used and you know it stinks, it's not new, and you know it stinks because you smelled it. And unless you can't smell something or anything, it would have to be anything, because this is pretty strong. And all of the good feedback that she's gotten off of my bottle right here, this one, that didn't make sense. So they obviously didn't get what I got. But I'm going to link that below too. And just to kind of wrap this up, just in case anybody asks, I don't have on foundation today. And by the way, I don't think with my Galaxy 6, there's any filters that you can do videos on, just to be clear. And I did take alcohol and clean my lens. Very good for those of you that have, over the years, said I use filters. I use Instagram filters. I don't use any kind of filters. I've been on plenty of live hangouts and actually met face-to-face people that watch my videos. And everyone that's ever said that did not know me. And there probably has been time, I think the phone I had before this was god-awful. Like, it really didn't look like my skin. Like, if you would have seen those videos, and it really was like triple HD. it made like any wrinkle you would have go way out and way in, and it was horrible. Now this one, I think, see my wrinkles? I think that shows pretty good. And the lens is clean. You can probably even see right here I have two little zits. They're not that big, but they're not even zits. I don't know why I think they were like little like whiteheads or something, and I messed with it. And it may just be one. But anyway, you can correctly see me, okay? And on Instagram, I've never, ever, I've been accused twice on there by two different people of using filters. I have never used one of their filters, and I've seen them at the bottom. At most, I think I've done a black and white, and that wasn't for any other reason than to do a black and white. And to me, that's just throwing out jealousy anyway, because they have no reason not to like me because I haven't done anything to them. It's okay not to like somebody if they've done something to you. And if they have not done anything to you or came at you first, it's just, that's when it's jealousy. That's when it's like that. And I don't go after anybody that doesn't come at me first. I'm always a person to be nice first, and I don't mind being nice first the second time, but after the second time, I'm not going to be nice to you. And that's it. So, but I would like to share with you what I did use, in case you're wondering, because I don't have foundation on. This is the Cargo Pressed Powder in number 30. This was recommended to me just for a quick powder, decent coverage or whatever. It looks kind of light here. And I do have on butter bronzer, Physicians Formula butter bronzer too. So, but this was recommended by the girl. I was in Kohl's, and they sell Cargo. And actually, they're the only people I know that sell Cargo, because I don't think you can get it at Ulta, not the full line, or at Sephora anymore. You used to be able to get Cargo at Sephora. And the butter bronzer is what I bronzed with. And that's pretty much it. I don't even think I have any eyeliner on. I do have on the Kiss Natural Volume Lashes. That's all I know that they're called. They're just called Natural, and I don't know. I don't have the package in here either. I like them though, but I still cut them in half. And I actually throw away. Usually the short half is so short, I just end up throwing it away. And that's it. That's all I was going to show you. So if you have any more questions, just ask below. And if I come on here and I have made any videos like outing someone on eBay, just trust me, okay? I know what I'm smelling, and I know what I'm talking about, and I know when something's got awful, and I'm not just a negative person. I wanted to make sure I showed you 3 positive things that you can get from eBay. The bad thing about eBay is, just like with my Dose of Color Stone that was pink, and Dose of Color Stone isn't pink, that was an obvious fake. I don't believe this is a fake. I just think this woman came across out of an estate sale a bottle of maybe 50 of these or something, somebody that used to sell it or something, and maybe it was an estate sale from 100 years ago. I don't know, but this perfume's old, and she does not need to be selling it. And why does she want it back? That's the problem. Why does she want this back? I mean, it's trash. I wouldn't spray it as a freaking toilet deodorizer. It stinks. I was going to say I wouldn't spray it on my dog, but those of you that know me know that I wouldn't spray anything on my dog that I wouldn't spray on me. But I don't spray on him anyway, usually. But I wouldn't even scrub my toilet with this. And so it's trash. So I've got to drive to the post office, stand in line, get my own packaging, pay for shipping, and a lot of times you stand in our post office for 30 minutes, and then drive back. So an hour of my day and money out of my pocket to send her back her rancid crap. So yeah, I wanted to do a video on that. And just be very, very careful with, I have ordered vintage on eBay before. If there's been a problem with anything off of eBay, I've made a video on it, so you guys have seen it that follow me, because that's one thing. If somebody is just selling crap, or it's fake, or it says new, vintage, I mean, fine, new vintage, but one, it's not new, it's been used, and the fact that it's used, I know, you know, it stinks. So why are you selling it? And now that I've told you, and just because nobody else told you that this particular one bottle stinks, doesn't mean the rest didn't. People are so stupid. You guys have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.